Everyone, I want to first appreciate wherever you are watching from. I would say good evening, good afternoon, it depends wherever you are. I want to first take this opportunity by thanking you for following up, for those who have followed this up to this. Today I wanted to discuss on something very important in regards to the journey that we are creating. As we all know, I had always said from the beginning that we are here to bring solutions to the business world, the government world, and everything. Today, since from our culture of reading, as I have said, like we shall be reading sometimes, I wanted to build upon to what we want to do. As you can see from African perspective, like when we read about African perspective, you're going to find out in Africa there are things that needs to be done and how to be done. And today's podcast is very clear and very vital in a way that we aim to not only solve issues, but we aim to bring solutions to the African world or African businesses. From my previous research, when I was researching on the 52 African countries, I came to realize, or I came into awareness to find out a population of 1.57 billion people, in a way that it has the largest arable land and it has the largest amount of minerals in regards to gold, silver, copper, cobalt, oil. When you see countries like Nigeria is rich in oil, when you see countries like Uganda has oil, when you see countries like Kenya has some little bit of oil, and you're going to find that as many and many countries, these countries are very rich. When you see like in Burkina Faso, there's a lot of cotton, but the question lines to what we are aiming to do as the corporation we are doing do. And one, it is to engage in or transform these resources into a social economic transformation. One of the things someone can say, why do you say social economic transformation? Because there are two things: there is social sustainability, but also there is social economic transformation. When we go through our aim, one of the things I can say, like, who are we? Going back on building on the sourcing department, which I would say therefore, but with time I'm going to be explaining a department by department. Since I am explaining this department, which is sourcing department, I would say, so this exists first of all from the principle why our department, which is a sourcing department, very vital. This department exists for one reason: to be direct link between the trusted industries and government, without the noise, without unofficial brokers, and without the corruption that usually clouds cross-border businesses. This is something that is very important in a way that our aim is to bridge the gap between the final client. Initially, if you are to follow for the previous video we uploaded, you're going to find out that we said we deal with three bodies. One is the government, two is the business wholesalers, and the third one, it is within the ministries. We deal with the companies at the CEO levels, whereby we bridge the gap, and in a way that we bring things into direct accesses. This is done with the one spirit. What is the one spirit? We need to create trust. The trust can only be developed if we have already established it. And the only to establish it, it is through the channels we need to do. There are many people, because the question is, there are very many people who have tried to do these things in the previous. For us, we are building on what has happened by identifying some loopholes and also filling them. You're going to find that we operate strictly at an official government and a business level. That means that when we engage, we are engaging directly, first of all, with ministries, we are engaging with public agencies, we are engaging with country and provincial government heads and established business owners, and not unverified agents claiming to have access to them. We don't deal with them. From the previous, we say that if something is not legally approved, we cannot engage into it. Why did we say like that one? Because we want to deliver. If you have come like in a sourcing department, like if you have come like construction materials, let me say road construction materials like guardrails, we want to deliver you the guardrail of the highest level. We don't want to deliver something that will work and you corrupt, because we are here to create a name, but by creating a name, it is to make sure we deliver to the right armament. Our mandate is simple: identify the right partners, establish official channels, and deliver results on time. Secondly, at the highest quality, with uncompromising commitment to transparency and integrity. Why am I reading? Because we are reading because our culture is whatever we say is documented in a way that next time when you come, you're going to find out whatever we say or whatever other colleagues of mine will say, there will be a trace of what we have said. You're going to see that over the years, this approach has allowed us to build a sourcing, the most sourcing companies never achieve, which are documented and verified relationship across government bureaus and CEO levels, industry levels, in construction, energy, agriculture, technology, hospital, and government. I repeat, this is the areas you can come for us at the moment to come and engage with us. One, it is through construction. Two, it is through energy. One is a technology, hospital, and government. Those are the things that we are dealing with. When you see from what we do, or the four capabilities, there are four things our sourcing department does, and we do them with full official authorization every time. First of all, the first thing what we do, or what do we do, the four core capabilities. One, first, cross-border investment linkages. Cross-border investment linkages. Here we identify and connect proven investors and capable industries with high value opportunities, ensuring real capabilities and strategic fit, not just a transaction. Second, government projects, handling and takeover. We do handle, but also we take over, and also we do subcontract. Here we manage end-to-end takeover of government awarded projects, infrastructure, energy, construction, public services, with full official authorization from the start to finish. Third, there's a long-term government and business partnership. We do not chase single deals. We establish formal, long-term cooperation agreements between foreign investors and local government bodies or business owners. I will summarize on what we do, because these are four fundamental things that we need to do. The four core capabilities: one, it is cross-border investment linkages. Second is government project handling and takeover. Third is long-term government business partnership. And fourth is official supply chain and procurement. The fourth one, this one involves to the business owner, or involves to someone who is aiming to import, or who wants to buy equipment from here. That's why here we source and deliver verified industrial products, construction material, and specialized equipment directly through traceable channels only. Our channels are traceable, and the mode of how we do it by, in the previous video we identified one of the department. One of other department is the quality control management, which is the gatekeeper of all our product. And in this, the quality control product, it deals with also some peoples in outside the country, whereby if you come to consult from us, we want to engage your department. If your company want to engage the department in your company, if it's a ministry, because we believe every ministry has something that it can do, or it has everything it has. Or in doing that, what happens is like we engage our consultation department with a consultation from that ministry or from that government body or from that company to ensure that we harmonize. But one thing that we can clarify is we do not compromise. When I say compromising, here I'm simply saying that trying simply saying that we do not compromise in terms of quality. If the quality of our client is low, we will deliver the higher quality. If the quality of the client is kind of demanding, we adjust. What we aim to do is to deliver the right thing, because we are looking for the long-term partnership or long-term delivery of services that we ensure that the name is created in the long term, because we are here not just here, but we are here for 100 and above years. Therefore, our network is a proof but not a promise. Is a proof, not just a promise. It's a proof but also a promise, but not just mere words. Why am I trying to say? Let me give you some specifics, because specifics are what separates real sourcing companies from people who just claim connections. One, at the government level, we have built trusted relationship with provincial and county government heads, including officials in different including officials in different provincial levels, also including officials from different countries, because at the moment we have some official governments from China, from Russia, from Europe, from Netherlands, and also other nations, whatever it says. When it comes, we have sat at the table with transportation bureaus, urban management officials, and also tourism and culture bureaus. We have held official engagement meetings directly with government heads of. At the industrial level, our network spans general construction, farm handling, roads, and bridges. Transformer, our industrial level, I repeat, our network spans general construction, farms, handling, roads, bridges, transformers, manufacturers, water treatment, bottling equipment, steel structure, energy giants, including a partner ranked 75 among the world's top 500 companies, with a revenue of around 855 billion. We also work across agriculture and food supply, technology, semiconductor, manufacturing, medical, disposables, elections and civic equipment, interior design, geotechnical, engineering, including collaboration touching like the Norwegian Geotechnical Institutes, and also hospitality with hotel and restaurant partnership across multiple provinces, multiple partners. When we go to one of the flagship of which is one of our flagship industry relationship, is some of the companies we have dealt with. With them, we are going to see companies in our channel. One thing I want to clarify: the companies that you see on our every platform, that is the company that we have already flagship the industry relationship. That's a company that's been approved, and which means whatever we shall showcase, we have already assigned the copyrights with that company. They have already given us authority, and also we are enabling to expand, because we are a group of many companies trying to solve issues between developing nations and also other nations. When we come to why first of all, another thing, it is one of the department one I like, it is Africa. I'm going to use Africa because Africa is categorized mainly of two groups. One is the low income country, and one is the high income country and the middle income countries. There are few of higher income countries. Most of them, they are low income countries or lower middle income countries. Why am I saying like this? Because low developing nations, they don't need at the moment social sustainability. They need social economic transformation, because they don't have what sustain. They need to develop what to be sustained, which means they have a gap in roads, they have a gap in construction, they have a gap in electricity, they have a gap in different departments. Now, for me, I'm using Africa as an example for other developing nations that may be. But for developing nations, like high developing nations or developing nations like Japan, America, and Europe, some European countries, for those ones, for them, when you're engaging with them, you engage them basing on quality, improvement, and other thing. Which is, for us, we are not going to benchmark and clarify clusters that these ones, they need high quality. No. we are generalizing everything, whether it's a low developing nation, let me say, whether it is a small island in Africa, a small island in Fiji, a small island in anyone, we deal them at the same level, because our aim is on international basis, and our aim is to enable international way of dealing things, which means basing on the standards, it is basing on higher standards. Everywhere we go, we deliver the same thing. And we also encourage our partners, companies under us, if you trust with us, we have what we call a supervision department. This supervision department helps to follow up and making benchmark in a way that, because some African governments, which I may not say the nations, but I have followed them, but because if you go on other platform, we're not here to the campaign, but you're going to find that some nations, the roads they construct in their nations, it's not the road they construct in African nation. You're going to find that a road is sustained only 1 year, it has a pothole. But a road here, it can take around 20 or 15 years. Why is that? Because the lack of supervision body, which we are coming with. We come with a supervision body in a way that our supervision team, there's no need for another, for the government, let me say a country in Africa. Sometimes they get a company, but also they hire some specialists to come and supervise. For us, once you use us a project, we come with our own body. All we do, we harmonize with the countries' regulatories, let me say with the ministries, whatever the supervision they have, we harmonize to ensure that we have support in two ways, because we can never do anything on one. You have to do things in a dual way. We bring the quality, you do what, which means once you use us, there's no need for you to incur extra cost of having supervision. We do supervise because it is our responsibility to ensure that the project that is delivered is of high quality, because any poor quality project is accountable to what we say and to what we are doing. Like, let me say, African governments are looking for exactly what our sourcing department was built to deliver. One, African government, they are looking for legitimate, documented, corruption-free pathways into, let me give an example, into the China industrial and manufacturing base, or into Africa, into European or American, whatever it is. Not vague promises, not an official broker asking for under the table fees, an actual structured process, initial consultation, because our process is initial consultation, which is African government are looking for. Initial consultation, official identification, formal introduction with a memorandum of understanding, due diligence, contracts execution, and long-term aftercare. This is what we are coming for, which means the exact thing that you're looking for, it is the exact thing we are delivering. When you see that every sector we cover, like infrastructure, energy, agriculture, medical supplies, or election equipment technology, is a sector whereby some African governments they are looking for. This is in line with a different perspective, because when I was talking to some of the leadership or some of the presidents of certain organization, there's a question that was asked: why you, not others? This is, I can say, every sector we cover, like let me say infrastructure, energy, agriculture, medical supply, election, and technology, is a sector that is actively trying, because these are the sectors some of the African government they are trying or actively to develop. We already have verified some partners from different countries. What we need now are the governments, let me say from Africa, and the rest bodies, sourcing department, and business owners ready to engage at the same official level we operate at. This is not aid, this is not charity, this is not a structured industrial partnership, the kind that builds factories, creates jobs, and puts African nation into a real job supply chain. And this is what we are trying to do. Because when you see like because someone who can be listening, so if you are there listening today and you are the government official, a sourcing director, or a business owner, here is my message to you directly. We exist to remove the two things that kill cross-border details: uncertainty and corruption. We replace both an official we replace both with an official documented, transparent process and a network we have already spent years building, sector by sector, relationship by relationship. We are ready to engage. Reach us directly, no middleman, just like everything else we do, by email or by commenting in our section, and we are able to reply to you. Thank you very much.